Hello viewers and welcome to another episode of Brave Namibia, where we celebrate both ordinary and extraordinary Namibians. In our first clip today, we chat to Glaucio Ngaca, an upcoming Namibian opera star who is making a name for himself in Europe.
Hello everyone, I am Glaucio Ngaca. I'm an opera singer, bass baritone. I am originally from Angola, but I live now in Namibia, in Windhoek. I've been singing for quite some time now, and my singing journey started when I joined the National Choir, the Namibian National Choir, the College of the Art Youth Choir. And with the College of the Art Youth Choir, we traveled the world. And that's when I was interested also in taking or in doing some solo singing. And with the Kota Youth Choir, we took part of some competition, and one which was the World Choir Games, in which we were crowned champions in one of the categories. And that was really something that I will keep with me for the rest of my life. It was such a great experience. Now I am pursuing my career, my opera career, and right now I haven't done much, I would say, but I am a regular soloist with the Namibian National Symphony Orchestra, and for in the past 6 years I've been singing in most of the functions, such as the Concerto Festival and the Baroque Festival as well. I've done a few concerts in Windhoek as well, also in Luanda. That recently I went and performed a little bit. I went to Germany recently, and now I will be in Weimar, which I'm going to play the roles of Sarastro and Der Sprecher in the opera Die Zauberflöte. So I'm very excited for that, and I cannot wait for these experience. So I am also a composer, and I've composed few choral pieces that have been performed in Namibia as well as in Angola and also in Germany. Where you walk, cool gales shall thunder glade. Trees where you sit shall crowd into a shade. Trees where you sit shall crowd into a shade. I am currently writing or composing an opera, but when time comes, I will give more details about it. There's a lot that I have in mind right now for my career. I don't know where I'm going to live in the next 5 years, but where music is, that's where I will be.
Next, we head to Swakopmund, where Micheline Nawatises caught up with Salvation Katjinamunene, a 21-year-old former street kid who now makes a life from the bins he used to eat from.
I actually don't specifically know where to start. I'm gonna take everything, the whole journey. I actually became an orphan before I was in an orphan at the same time. So I grew up in SOS Children's Village. Isolated from parents. Due to I went through a gender-based violence type of background, I was actually placed by the social workers in an orphanage called SOS Children's Village based in Chile. I stayed there for close to 4 years. I moved to Usakos, same orphanage, but just they used a different name for that orphanage. I lived there for 2 years. I was born in Ochivarongo, the central part of the country. Not really near my mom or dad. I'm this slide, unfortunately. I came to Swakop 2021. Okay, so this is basically where we keep the store of the dustbins after it's been washed. So we basically repack them according to the DOM's policies. So afterwards, we basically take them and then distribute them to the main places where they're supposed to be. So this is just the same area where it's kept, like all the rust bin dustbins, rubbish, everything comes basically here. So we basically take now, once it's dirty, we basically take it. Okay, you know what, maybe first leave, but come on guys, it's store washing. So I basically do the inspections just to make sure the bin is properly clean. It has basically a fresh smelling smell because we basically fight bacteria and all this type of stuff. So it's basically properly washed. Basically dry up, and then they have to take the wet cloth and actually wipe it off. The cleaning process, we basically use fine gel and all-purpose cleaners, basically, to just get the fresh smelling stuff. main objective is so basically we start seeing the difference, how basically it looks, and then all this, because there's different departments, like we have the kinder zone that has diapers and all this stuff, so we basically have to maintain that small. As long as we take the bins back, they need to feel a difference. But we're just not about washing bins. This is more than washing bins. Jara, quickly explain to her what the main purposes of this is.
Main purpose of washing bins is for prevent germs, for people to get the influence of dustbins being washed, and then it's very healthy for most people, because there's no one that can come up with something like washing bins. There is in certain areas that are bins that are, I mean, the wheel is not even there, it's not getting attention. But this is what we do, and this is what we like to do. This is what we maintain.
You know, once it's not just, it's not about just washing bins. It's basically about the impact. It's basically, okay, me starting with this, from eating through this, now it's opening itself to me, and actually getting paid for it. It's always not about the money. It's about the impact you actually gain. And for him, as someone that went through what I basically went through, doing getting off the streets, he basically knows there's certain jobs to do. He knows what the certain chemicals we have to use. So we basically understand, because we live through that. Now the bin is basically opening itself for us to clean it while we're actually eating from there. So awesome bins cleaners is not just a bin wash thing. It's about transforming life. It's about giving it full potential. Because I'm not just a bin cleaner. From when I started doing it personally myself, from having 2 employees doing it permanently, having appointed Jaldo, zeg hoe je salaris, hoeveel verdient dit? Which basically he works twice a week, so he earns $1,000. So basically, get out. What have you learned so far from? That's why I told you. I basically have people that are from the streets that can actually get jobs due to. Just show me what's on your arm. Basically the tattoos and all this type of stuff. This is how things people basically fear on appointing people, but then at the same time it basically break down the youth. That's whereby they get involved in criminal activities because they're financially frustrated. These guys have certain things to do. So if you don't employ someone based on how he looks, don't. So this is, I'm not speaking on behalf of the street kids, on behalf of the criminals and all those type of stuff. I'm not a criminal. I've never got arrested for anything. But I'm speaking because I understand these guys. I've been living on the street. So for him coming to awesome bins cleaners and actually changing his life, let me not just speak on behalf of me. Jara, Prada.
I was that man that was, I didn't know my direction. That's the main thing of me. I didn't know my direction. But when I got this opportunity of being a GM of General Manager of Awesome Bins Cleaners, I decided that this is my time. I was giving. Now I must give forward.
I'm actually sorry to interrupt you, Geraldo. What is my main rule that I tell you, or my policies? What is equal value?
Equal values. Equal values mainly goes on treating each other the same way, because we all are equal, and the functions of us, they are not the same.
So
But
basically, we are equal in value.
all of us, we are the same,
We are all equal in value,
but
different in
different
functions.
functions.
That's basically why I'm doing it myself, because I've studied it. Me appointing him as a brainwasher doesn't automatically mean I have to downgrade him.
Yeah.
I should not do the job personally.
Yeah.
If I have free time from my classes, I get with those guys because it's what I've studied. If you're not into your business, how are you
How
going
you
to understand
understand
what
your
your business is all about? So for me, it's not just a brainwash thing. This is transforming life. At the same time, people to understand the true purposes of their life,
Nice,
the true
yeah.
potentials. I mean, changing this guy from where he was to where he is,
Mhm.
being a general manager for awesome bins cleaners. He runs both sides of mine. I don't have to stress myself about being in the entrepreneurial co, being in class and all that type of stuff. I know Geraldo is there. He's going to facilitate the rest of the people, give them their duties. But he basically knows the first rule that I always tell is called equal value. We are all equal in value, just different in functions. But we treat equally everyone the same way. Regardless of who you are, regardless of
what
where you come
yes.
from, we all equal. So that's basically the thing I actually went through in the program, because I never understood that. Remember coming from being an orphan before becoming an orphan, from being in orphanages, going to street life, begging in the streets, and then actually, I mean, me coming to the dome was a whole different scenario of how people looked at me. I'm kind of like looking more better each and every month, because I'm now earning something and I can actually buy myself something decent. But then starting off with this program, it has been a lot of difficulties. That's why I've introduced the same thing I always thought of, called equal value, because we are all equal in value, regardless of where you come from.
Exactly.
We're just different in function. So him washing a bin and me being the boss of it doesn't automatically mean I should not go in there. I started it. So if you're not part of your business, you never can understand the importance of your business. You're gonna start seeing the differences. I mean, going to the places I distribute the bins to, the outcome of them is like people break into tears. Like, how did you get this right? For me, it was a journey. It was a learning process. I mean, having this street kid and orphan mentality for me, being enrolled into school. Because remember, I just dropped out in grade 8. I'm in grade 8 dropped out. Me entering this program with all these qualified people, studying it, going through in school with no financial assistance, no guidance from anyone, no motivation. The only two people was Mr. Francis Engelberg, CEO of the Dome. The man that basically cleaned this orphan street kid mindset was Eddie and Remy through entrepreneurial call. So this man tackled my brain. There will be frustration in the process, but commitment. Unfortunately, you just have to commit yourself. Remember, you're not your circumstances. You're not a victim for whatever you went through. You never asked to be a street kid. You found yourself in these positions, but now you're in control of it. You can basically change it. So me entering this program, I had no other choice, but the only choice I had was to be strong and continue with this program. I've been 6 months in the program. I started my business within 5 months. It's operational. It's earning $18,000 a month after getting our cleaning chemicals, after getting our paying my salaries, after having something. I just get 2.5 from that 18,000 because I'm busy expanding it. This is how it looks after.
So it's the before and after.
That is the before.
Let me see the before.
And this is the after. So with the after, you can basically enter it without having wearing a mask or having fear of any smell. There's a fresh smelling. Once having to take a break, basically into your store or wherever you want to hold it, whether it's Kinder Zone or anything. I mean, the first expression you get is basically from opening it. Once you smell it, that's the first what we tuck it on. And having all this type of viruses, I mean, I think this is something relevant to have. Like for a brainwash, I've never came across that people doing actually that. Are you actually being judged like why? No. Why? What's that? What? You're young. Like, why don't you do something else for your business? But then, eating from this, it actually open doors for itself. For you to actually do a business in it, and at the same time transforming lives. It's a massive impact. This is, from way me eating in the bin and me cleaning me paying salaries for this. It's so I'm just proud of myself that I basically escaped the street life. From being a street kid 24 years. Something.
In. If you know of someone you feel should feature on our show, please contact brave@nmh.com.na.